This video is going to be a nice lengthy explanation on some of the buttons on the CX-9 2018 Grand Touring. You have keyless entry, which you push right here. You can lock and unlock the door. Additionally, some features that some sales reps will not know is that there's actually two buttons in the back of your lift gate here. On the bottom underneath here, you've got your open and close for this lift gate. There we go. And there's actually a second button right there, and that button will lock your car, so that way you do not have to go back to the front or take your keys out again. And in order to change the length, the overall opening and closing for this lift gate, you can actually just position where you want it. You can just hold this button right here. Cool, now it will open and close at this exact height, so you can save your garage door a lot of hassle. Let's take a seat inside. Alright, you have all automatic windows over here on the side and you just open and close this, so lock and unlock, window lock here in case your kids keep opening windows, and then you can do left or right. This adjusts your mirrors on the side and works like a joystick where you turn it to the right and you push up and down to adjust your mirror. Now, we do have ambient light in this car, and it's actually the easiest to find is right behind the handle. This is adjustable from medium to really bright, and it goes away after you close the doors. On the side over here, you have, if your doors are unlocked and you hold this button down, that'll open your lift gate. Now if your doors are locked, this button will not work. So you got to make sure your doors are unlocked. Additionally, you have lane departure warning system, which turns it off. The traction control system, turn this to turn off. And if your parking sensors aren't going off, it's because this button right here is not turned on. So you need to push this button where it shows orange, that way it'll always be on. Parking sensors are a big deal in this car. We have right here volume control on your steering wheel, up and down, and if you push on the middle portion right here, push down in the middle, that activates your voice command. Voice commands will be displayed on the screen. There's not too many of them. It's just call, navigate, or tune to a particular radio station, AM, FM, XM. But I will say Mazda has one of the most intuitive systems I've ever used. If you want to navigate to a location, all you have to say is the word address, and then you say the full address, and it'll quote you which line number if it guesses right, and usually it does every time. You have a pick-up, hang-up buttons here and here, and then if you scroll between the top and bottom, that's between your favorite radio stations. Now the button in the middle is the info button, and on a CX-9, what you have is on the 2019 models, you're going to have a digital display. Probably for now it's going to look like this, but if you push this info button right here, it'll change information displayed on your centerpiece, which will be your trip A, trip B, your lane departure, lane keep assist, and where cars are in front of you. Plus they're going to show your service intervals, and then right back to a speedometer like so. On the right side here, you have regular cruise control if you're familiar with it, or you could just turn it on here and then off here. Then you can set your speed up and down, and then you can hit resume in the middle. This button controls if you're going forward or back when it comes to cars that are in front of you during the radar cruise control. Now I will say this, that the cruise control operates at 19 miles an hour and above, which is when your emergency braking system is in control. So if you're traveling 19 miles an hour and the car in front of you brakes hard, this car will brake for you. Well, first it's going to alert you, then it's going to brake. Now on the back end over here, you're going to notice there's controls. So obviously right side, left side, turn on your brights. These do have automatic brights, so if you push it forward, so like now it's off, now it's on. Your headlights your brights will automatically turn on and off when there's cars coming towards you, and turn back on when they're away. And then of course you could just flash your brights to somebody if you're just mad at them, just like that. So to turn on automatic lighting, you just turn this little triangle here to the word auto, boom, and then it's done. If you want to do your fog lights, you just turn this button right here. So that's just about it. On the right side, very straightforward. You have your right now it's off, so it's on the off position. If you push it down one time, now it's on auto, and then you could do high and low, which means you can do high and low, and you're done. Automatic rain sensing windshield wipers will flash one time over just to let you know they're on auto. And of course you can control the intensity using this knob right here. You pull it towards you if you want to activate some of the cleaner. If you want to activate the back piece, you turn one for initialize, second one for on, and you can spin it one more time for again some of the cleaner in the back. Now I have here, I know this is an 18, but the 19 is going to look pretty similar. You have a heated seat options and heated steering wheel. For 2019s, your heated steering wheel button or heated seat will be up top here, and your cooled seat will be on the bottom here. The ventilated seats actually suck in air, and they are very powerful, so during this winter time I don't recommend them because you will actually get very, very cold very quick. But dual zone climate is in effect for these models. Change your temperature from here from so, circulate air from the outside. Make sure your AC button's turned on. For 2019, AC button should be somewhere down here. This is fan intensity, and then of course you have your direction where you want the air, and of course your front and rear windows for defrosting. Now for on here, this is for transmission locked up. You know, you don't need to worry about this little piece right here. That's really for service, where they just pop this cap off and then stick a little tool in there. Sport button makes you go faster, so it makes the gas pedal pretty sensitive and keeps you in higher gear, shifts quicker. Obviously it's a gear shift, pretty self-explanatory. You have electronic parking brake here. Now the easiest way to remember it is you pull it up like a regular parking brake to turn it on, and you must put your foot on the brake and push down to turn it off, like when you push down on a parking brake. Easiest way to remember it. You have your console commands here for back, music, home, nav, and favorites, and of course you have your volume button here. And that's pretty much most of the buttons you have to CX-9. Up here up top, what we're going to have is a auto-dimming rearview mirror. The 19s will have the new frameless design. The home link buttons are on the bottom here, and this is the turn the auto-dimming feature on and off. On the 2019 models, they will be below here, and then there'll be another button for on and off near the bottom as well. In the top here, you do have sunroof. You push back to turn it on, push forward to close it, and you push up to vent it for the little opening for the small vent, and you push it forward to close the vent as well. You do have LED lighting in the interior of this vehicle, and it is extremely bright. But I'm going to let you know there are two levels of brightness. When you open the door, there's kind of like a small dimming kind of LED brightness. And of course, when you turn it on, it gets a lot brighter. So there's actually two levels of brightness for this model. I think that should be most of the buttons. You do have a few connections on the interior here. You have two USB ports. This is an SD card reader, but that's for your navigation chip and an auxiliary plug-in. This, on 2019 models, this USB port will be meant exclusively for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. If you connect it to the other port, it won't work. But Apple CarPlay and Android Auto do require a plug-in. I believe most vehicles that have that system require that anyway. Other than that, that should be most of the features there. There is a heads-up display on a Grand Touring CX-9, but I will say in order to adjust the brightness and the height of the display, it's actually controlled through the Mazda Connect system. But thank you so much for watching the video, and if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments.